So this is the ISO topic is ISO system of limits and fits. So we have a number of references here. This is a very important topic which was taken from the net scene. It will help a lot. So I'll be sharing with you after the class this weekend. I have already shared some of the PDFs, one or two. So I'll just try to check and again share whatever I have not shared for this particular unit or chapter. So in unit 2, some of the particular topics I have covered in the linear and angular measurements. He has given this unit, this gauges. I covered that as far as this chapter is concerned. So already all these definitions were over. So I want to again stress upon you how you try to conventionally represent a tolerance zone. You have to represent like this the zero line, and this is the standard tolerance. This is the tolerance zone, and how much it is above the tolerance zone. It is from here to here. It is a lower deviation, and from the zero line to the this particular part, it is the upper deviation. So you know, as far as the particular shafts and holes are concerned, capital ES for hole, small ES for shaft, that is the upper deviation, and for the lower deviation, capital EI for the hole and small EI for the shaft. And tolerance is given by tolerance of a hole is given by capital ES minus capital EI, and for the shaft it is ES minus EI, small ES minus EI. You have to be very careful as far as the uppercase and lowercase here, particularly for this tolerance zones. And we have discussed different things because I already told you the standard tolerance factor is given by I up to some 500 mm, and above 500 mm it is capital I. For the purpose of this ISO system of limits and fits, it is a factor which is known as the standard tolerance unit or a standard tolerance factor. So it is a function of the basic size, because we have one formula already I told you, 0.5 cube root of d plus 0.001 d. So that is how we just try to say. And already we have seen what is the minimum clearance and maximum clearance. So what is the maximum clearance? It is a we can say sort of the maximum clearance. It is a clearance or transition fit. We should not specify the interference fit here because we have the maximum interference and minimum interference there. So here it is the particular positive difference between the maximum limit of size of the hole and minimum limit of size of the shaft. So you have to know all this. So minimum clearance also. So it is a clearance fit and the positive difference between the minimum limit of size of the hole and maximum limit of the size. It is opposite to the maximum clearance. It is the minimum limit of size of the hole and maximum limit of size of shaft. So I have to know all these terms very clearly. What is clearance? What is maximum clearance? What is minimum clearance? So we have to say that suppose clearance he wants to define. So it is a positive difference between the sizes of the shaft and the hole before assembly. So you can say when the diameter of the shaft is smaller than the diameter of the hole. So just try to say the classify that maximum clearance and minimum clearance. And as far as interference is also concerned, suppose this clearance is positive difference, interference is always the negative difference. Negative difference between the sizes of the hole and shaft before assembly. The same terminology you use, but only differences in clearance we have the positive difference, and in interference we have the negative difference. So you have to be very careful. Already we have covered this. I just want to revise some of the terms. So minimum interference and maximum interference also. So what is minimum interference? It is in an interference fit, the negative difference before assembly. So here you have to say maximum limit of size of the hole and minimum limit of size of the shaft. So just try to observe the difference between minimum clearance and minimum interference here itself. So here it is opposite. Here it is minimum clearance is minimum limit of size of the hole and maximum limit of size of the shaft. But here it is the maximum limit of size of the hole and minimum limit of size of the shaft. So you just try to observe the basic differences in the definitions. you know the concept means it is very well and good. Already we have done some particular problems regarding this. So all these are very important. So this is a very important question that can be asked, and you have to know what to write, because if he is asking the ISO system of limits and fees, some are writing the Indian standards and the British standards. That's not advisable. So just try to take care of that. So that is the clearance fit. Already we have seen the transition fit and the interference fit. How you represent it is very important. Okay. So what is maximum interference? So in an interference, so it is maximum interference. Suppose when we are telling maximum clearance, we are referring to the particular clearance or the transition fit also. But in a transition fit, what is that? It may be, it, what is transition fit? It is the positive allowance or the negative allowance. But in the clearance, only positive allowance. But in the interference fit, only negative allowance. So if you try to remember that particular concept, it is very easy to solve the problems, because for a particular whole shaft where already I told you, if you do number of problems depending upon your particular expertise or experience, you can easily know that it is a clearance fit. So while calculation, you have to be very careful, and at the end result, if instead of clearance fit you are getting transition fit, then you can again go back and try to check your problem. Okay, you can go back and try to check your problem. I want some particular noise is coming, so just try to listen carefully, because this short of revision of this particular lesson or the chapter today's class, but this particular topic is of utmost importance. So this is a very important thing. So you have to say, and because you know what is basic size or nominal size, you know what is actual size. Actual size is the size which is measured after the manufacture of a particular component. All that you have to know, basic definitions, basic terminology in this particular chapter. So what is maximum interference? So this may be, you can say, in an interference or transition fit, the negative difference before assembly between the minimum limit of size of the hole and maximum limit of size of the shaft. So whenever you are trying to have the basic maximum clearance and maximum interference, you try to note down the difference between the definitions, or try to remember any one of the definitions. The other one is the opposite. I don't want you try to be logical, and first know the fundamentals, know the logics, the logic behind the definitions, and the application of this in the industry. This limits, fits, and tolerances, which are very important. So here, already I told you the classification of fits, the hole-based system and shaft-based system is very important. So just try to see this also. So that's very important. So in the system of fits, in which the required clearances or interferences are obtained by associating holes of various tolerances class with shafts of a single class. So what do you mean by this one? Shaft size is kept constant, and you are varying the hole size. You are varying the hole size. So this is the shaft size with shafts of a single tolerance class. What do you mean by that? So that the definitions may be somewhat similar, but the actual definition of the shaft-based system is this one: a system of fits in which the required clearances or interferences are obtained by associating holes of various tolerance classes. That's why what I told you in the basic definition, shaft-based system, how to remember: shaft size is kept constant and hole size is varied. So all these are very important. And as far as this shaft-based system and hole-based system, for the purpose of this ISO system of limits and fits, the particular we can say a system of fits in which the maximum limit of size of the shaft. So here the maximum limit of size of the shaft is identical to the basic size. So what do you mean by that? Small h is equal to 0. Small h is equal to 0. So already we have shown in the graphical representation before starting the problems. Here h is 0. H will be 0 means h will be lying on the 0 line. H will be lying on the 0 line. That is very important concept you have to just know. And he has given the explanations of everything clear in this particular thing, rather than the book, because it was framed by the thing, because it is ISO standards, just like the 33 slides, but it's very important to the chapter. So hole based system of fits. So already I told you, hole based system means H hole is lying on the zero line. That is, lower deviation of the hole is zero. Lower deviation of the hole is zero. Here he has given. But as far as the this one shaft based system, upper deviation is zero. Upper deviation is zero. So you have to note down the differences between that one and here capital H. Hole based system means hole size is kept constant and shaft size are varied to obtain the desired type of fit. So here he has given a type of definition. This is an alternate definition. You can say already we have discussed one of the definitions in earlier class. So this is a system of fits in which the required clearance or interferences are obtained by associating shafts of various tolerance classes. So what is in the basic definition? What we have told, the hole size is kept constant and shaft size is varied. So here you are telling you are associating shafts of various tolerance classes. So already I told you H6, small H6, H7, H8, or different tolerance classes we can say, HF. So already I told you what are the letters that are missing from A to Z. Q, W, I, L, O. You have to be very careful as far as the representation are concerned. So this is very important. So in the ISO system of limits and fits, there's basically you may ask indirect question, but if he's asking directly the hole based system and shaft based system of fits, you have to represent like this. You have to go for the basic definition, draw the common diagram, common zero line, and indicate the clearance fit, transition fit, and the interference fit. So already we have just discussed that. So I just want to go to that particular tables. I want to just tell you, just impress upon you, or just try to know that what are the standard tolerance grades. Already I told you we have 18 tolerance grades, and those are very important here. And you have to know what are the upper deviations for the holes and the shafts. So you have the letter ES for the holes, upper deviation, and letter ES for the shafts. Already I just told you. So in order to avoid confusion, already I told you what are the letters that are missing in this one. So he has given both the I's, but at least you remember the alphabet. It may be the uppercase or lowercase. I, L, O, Q, W, Q, W. So in the case of, suppose lowercase letter is there, it is shafts. Uppercase letter, capital I, capital L, capital O, capital Q, capital W is the holes. So that's how you have to remember. So actually, this was PPT was not found before. That's why I want to take it as a revision in this particular class. So you have to know that particular lower divisions also. Lower divisions are designated by the letters capital EI for the hole and small ei for shafts. So what are the designation of tolerance class? Capital H7 for holes, small h7 for shafts. So you try to, the tolerance class we have to designate by the letters represented by the fundamental deviation. Fundamental deviation followed, this is the fundamental deviation alphabet, followed by the number representing the standard tolerance rate. So you have to designate like that. So after this, what is the tolerance size? Tolerance size is nothing but it is followed by, it is the basic size, followed by the designation of the required tolerance class. So he has given a number of examples. I'll share you, just try to see, because already I told you while doing the problem, what is, so 32 basic size, cap, diameter symbol 32. 32 is the basic size. H7, capital H7 is for the hole. So it is IT7. So in the table, you have to see, select the appropriate value, whether it is 25i or 10i or something, because you don't have to mug up. You will given the table. The tables will be given. The tolerance tables will be given in the examination, and you have to just write that. So 100 G6. 100 is the basic size. Small g is the shaft, and it is IT7. IT7. So like that, he may be representing different things. So here he has given some note that you have to follow carefully. Follow carefully. Capital H only you have to follow for the holes, and small letter for the shafts. That is very important. So that is and what is fit already I told you. Fit is a requirement between mating parts. That is the shaft and the hole, and they are designated by the common basic size. That is 52 or 40 or 25. So what is this 52 H7 G6? H7/G6? Already I told you. It is a whole shaft pair. Suppose he is giving in the examination 52 H7 G6 and is asking us to calculate the size of the hole, the size of the shaft, and the particular what is the type of fit you obtain by this whole shaft pair. You have to do that. Already we have finished one of the problem based on this one whole shaft pair that you have to do, and you have to say so H7 is for the hole, IT7, and G6 for the shaft. That's how you have to just. So what is the interpretation? So he has given some numbers. You don't try to remember the numbers, ISO numbers like 8015. Like I already told you, 3484 and 3485 will be representing the holes and shafts as per the ISO standard. So just you have to have a knowledge, at least Indian standard IS. IS is Indian standard, ISO is International Standard Organization. That's very important. So that is how you can represent. So already we have seen this particular thing, this H, lower deviation of the hole is 0. So this is the lower deviation and this is the upper deviation. The line, the particular alphabets above, starting from starting from A to H, it will be the lower deviation, and starting from J to ZC, ZA, ZA, ZB, ZC. Apart from that, we have the ZS. So totally in the alphabets, five letters are missing: I, L, O, U, W, 5, and that is 21. And you have to add this JS 22, and this J, ZA, ZB, ZC. So you have 25. The tolerance, you should not say tolerance grades, but the alphabets related to the fundamental deviation representing the holes, that is the internal features. So how to represent ES he has given. ES is nothing but, here what is ES? Capital ES, it is the upper deviation. Capital A is the lower deviation. So just again I want to repeat this. So as for the shaft, this is the upper deviation, this is the lower deviation. Any line, any alphabets above the 0 line are the lower deviation. Below is the upper deviation. So opposite of this one. Suppose capital A is there. Already I told you how to project that capital A, capital B. I think he has forgotten a capital A here in this particular slide. Okay, capital A is also there. So B. So you have to project this here itself. You have to project this capital B for hole, small b for shaft. It is opposite. Suppose capital B is lying in the lower deviation, small b will be in the small b will be in the upper deviation. That's why I already, this is the heart of the particular how to tackle the problems, how to know which alphabet is lying in the lower deviation and which alphabet is lying in the upper deviation, both for the hole and the shaft. Both for the hole and the shaft. Suppose I take capital small h here, it is the upper deviation. Because it's lying on the 0 line, small h is the upper deviation is 0 for the shaft. Here capital H, because capital H is this lower deviation of the hole is 0. That's what we are just representing for the hole based system and the shaft based system. For the hole based system, hole size is kept constant and the shaft sizes are varied. A basic definition, second definition, what he has told, The associated tolerances with various tolerance class of shafts are varying. So that is how you have to, both the definitions are valid, but you try to present the correct definition as in the textbook. Okay. So you may be asking the differentiate between the hole based system and shaft based system also, apart from individually asking to explain the hole based system and shaft based system, because it's very important. I am repeating that. So you have to know all this. So it is opposite of here. Capital jet C, small jet C. Capital jet C is in the upper deviation. Here it is in the lower deviation. So you just start K from K. K is, you just try to say where is K here in the whole. It is in the upper deviation, but here it is in the lower deviation from this fact. So all this are projected. If you try to take the drafter and try to draw this graphical representation, you can simultaneously draw based on your particular fundamental knowledge. If I know where my alphabet is there for the hole and shaft, you can easily draw by projections simultaneously and try to represent this particular the graphical representation as far as the fundamental deviation for the holes and shafts. So that is very important. And small ei, it is the lower deviation for the shaft, and small es is the upper deviation for the shaft. So what is tolerance? Small es minus small ei. So that is the basic. So this particular figure represents the schematic representation or the graphical representation of the positions of fundamental deviations. So the position of the fundamental deviations both for the hole and the shaft are clearly defined in this particular figure. That is the heart, because you have to know, just like the tables, design tables or other stream tables, this is like very important heart of the limits, fits and tolerances chapter. So how is representing? You just try to see for the holes for different alphabets, for different alphabets. So you have already shown here the lower deviation as from A to H, and how is representing, because it is on the zero line, he has represented totally in a different zone or a different, so all this same zero line. Okay, A to G lower deviation. This is the tolerance zone, EI, capital EI, lower deviation, capital ES, upper deviation. So from A to this particular, whatever values he has represented, he has given up to ZC, okay, is well and good. He has represented all the, whatever I told you, that 25 alphabets, you can say, excluding IL, O, Q, W. That's very important. And JS and J. So just try to see that also. So if anything it is not audible, you put in the chat, because sometimes in one of the classes last semester that was gone mute in the middle. So you have to tell us whether you are able to listen to this class. So somewhat this class you just try to concentrate as far as the fundamentals of this particular chapter, or the fundamentals of the International Standard Organization of the Systems of Limits and Fits. And likely he has given the particular grades less than 8 or grades whatever it is, you have to represent that correctly. And here also he has given IT is equal to capital ES minus capital A. You just try to remember IT is equal to capital ES minus capital A. Then you can rearrange the terms and write the formula capital ES is equal to EI plus ET, or EI is equal to ES minus IT. ES minus IT, International Tolerance Grade. So again, the opposite of this one is the shaft, A to J. A to J is here, is lying in the upper deviation. Upper deviation. This is the upper deviation below the zero line. This is the lower deviation. So how he is representing A to J? H is on the zero line for the shaft, that is the upper deviation. How is representing JS and J? JS and J. You just try to see in the graphical representation. How is representing K, lower deviation, small k, and M to ZC. So you have to know all this particular graphical representation. You simply should just split that particular deviation for shafts and holes in another diagram, so that one can understand clearly. So that is very important. And here the graphical representation already finished. We don't want to waste time. So we just try to go for the another. So what are the fundamental deviations? We just try to discuss this as per part of this particular topic. So fundamental deviations for basic sizes up to 3150 mm. So already I told you above 500 mm that small I can be taken as capital I. So the fundamental deviations for shafts and the respective signs that are positive or negative are shown in this particular figure. You just try to see how they are shown. So the upper deviation ES, the upper deviation is ES for the shaft. It is below the zero line, and uh, and the lower deviation EI, here he has shown here how he is representing the particular letters. So the deviations from the lower deviations from the alphabets K to ZC already this is individually shown here. He has split up the graphical representation here. So here in the basic slide, again I'm going back. Here you see K to ZC how we are shown. K to ZC how we are shown in the for the shaft in the lower deviation part. That what he has shown here, he has shown in a single diagram, in a single figure, in a single schematic representation. He has shown. So how he has shown, you just try to see, and this small ei is nothing but it is the lower deviation is equal to upper deviation minus the it. Already what I told you, small the it is equal to es minus ei, es minus ei, es minus ei, upper deviation minus lower deviation. So that's how he has shown the fundamental deviation for shafts, this one, and how he has just correlated or come with the upper deviation and lower deviation with the standard tolerance grade. IT is known as the standard tolerance grade. Suppose it is capital H7, it is IT7. IT is the standard tolerance grade. It's IT7. You can have the value. I'll show in the table in the preceding in the next slides we have. So what are the fundamental deviations for the shafts? He has represented for the sizes up to 3150. But capital I you have to take above 500 mm. Already I told you. So the fundamental deviations are also shown here for the holes. For the holes, how we represent the holes. Capital ES upper deviation, capital I lower deviation. How we represented that deviation for the holes for different alphabets. Already I told you capital A to capital H will be the lower deviation above the zero line. Above the zero line. So you remember the zero line only. Don't give other names like reference line or some particular line. So here again the letters K to ZC will be below. Will be below. That is the upper deviation. Upper deviation for the whole. So how we represented that you have to closely follow. So whenever you take one particular thing, suppose you in the graphical representation, you are represented the fundamental deviation as a graphical representation both for the holes and shafts. How we has represented for the holes, the shafts is opposite. So you remember any one of them because while drawing the production drawing, the students used to draw the graphical representation of the holes and shafts simultaneously. Capital A above the zero line, small a below the zero line. Then you can know which is the lower deviation and which is the upper deviation exactly. So just try to follow that. So what are the fundamental deviations? Actually, this we have to tell you, but it's not asking in the problems related to small js and capital Js. But when he's asking that particular, because it is both are coinciding in the graphical representation, we are taking that ES is equal to EI is equal to IT by 2. IT by 2 for small js. And even for the holes, it is capital ES is equal to capital A is equal to IT by 2. You have to take this because basically this will be asked in the competitive exams rather than academics. This formulas you have to follow carefully. This suppose is asking JS term. in the problem how to represent. He has represented like this. You just try to see ES and EI as far as the hole and the shaft is concerned. This is the hole, this is the shaft. So how he has represented the hatching also as per the ISO or the ISO standards or as per the ANSI standards, you have to know. Actually, the hatching, we have to follow a definite pattern for the hole. The hatched lines, the spacing is more for the holes, and for the shaft, the hatch lines are small. So it's not a, you don't draw as you like. Actually, we can say in English is a big deal because you have to practice first in the drawing and then go to the basics in the theory. In the theory, that's why I told you production drawing is a very important subject in the engineering curriculum. So fundamentals, deviations. I want to show this actually in this class. So I will go beyond because Saturday we don't have that second, third, and fourth because we are following the section B. This one we can have a questioning for another 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. So actually, because we have started the class late also. Okay. So that what is the fundamental deviations for this one? Small j, small j, small j for the shaft, capital J. He has given clearly this particular table, and so that you can understand. And actually, it is a knowledge sake because in the problems is not exceeding above 500, but just try to know if it's asking in competitive exams and any other thing, how you have to take from, you may not supply the tables in the competitive exams, but at least basic knowledge. Suppose I take my diameter step from 18 to 30. So how to take that? How to take that? This as D1, D minimum, this as D max. In the calculation of D is equal to root of D minimum into D maximum. So how you calculate that small I or capital I? Capital I is the size from 500 mm above up to 3150 mm. 3000. So you have to remember some values. At least some by hearting is required at some stages, and some logical understanding is required at some stages. Already I told you IT to IT1 to IT18. So he has given this, and you just try to see how to take the values for different IT tolerance rates. So we can take directly. You don't have to remember this tolerance range. So this is the numerical values of standard tolerance rates for basic sizes up to 3150 mm. So he has told here, you just try to see this one. So he has given a note under the table. So what is that? He has given the values for standard tolerance rates from, what is that? IT1 to IT16, and apart from that we have IT01 and IT02. So the so 16 plus 2, 18 tolerance rates are there. 18 tolerance rates are there. So less than or equal to 500 are given in an Excel. It is given in one particular table 5. We just try to go to the table directly because that table only is of importance here in the syllabus or in the JNTU curriculum where he is giving problems. So what are the values for standard tolerance rates he has given for basic sizes are included for experimental use because the theory is different, the experiments are different. So we have to follow. Already I told you, starting from IT6 to IT16, why he has given only the table. Already I told you, those are only for theoretical purpose or for some for the problematic sake. And IT1 to IT5 you use for basic sizes above 500 mm or 500 mm up to 3150 mm for experimental use. You try to know that. And standard tolerance rates IT14 and IT18. So that is there. Shall not be used for basic sizes less than or equal to 1 mm. That is a different thing. Don't go deep into that because you'll be confused because we are only discussing up to IT16. So that so this is the another table which you have to follow as far as the numerical values same as far as the shafts are concerned. upper deviation, and according to the alphabet that is given, and try to know the step size. What are the step size you have to follow? Suppose I am asking a step size of only, suppose I want to have 25. So it is lying between 18 and 30. 18 and 30. 18 and 30. So I have to take D minimum as 18 and D maximum as 30. So, and I'll take, suppose it is some F6 shaft, F6. So IT6 I'll calculate according to the formula. Small I is equal to 0.5 cube root of D plus 0.001 D. But here this F I will take. Suppose what is the value I'll take F as, how much I'll take, because I have to know the diameter step. It's falling between 1824 and 2430 now. So this, you just try to follow this one. So it is directly, I can take that as 20 microns. 20 microns. So that 20 microns upper deviation. So what is the upper deviation there? You can know. So upper deviation there for the shaft. So that directly I can take. This is one of the particular alternate way of doing the problem. So I want to explain that in this table. And here also, suppose he has given directly IT5 and IT5 and 6 and IT7 and 8. You can directly take that in the problem according to the things he is asking. So you can directly take this value just for the J shaft. So H is there, so the J shaft. This is for the whatever we are taking for the F shaft, F type. So F6 means IT6. So that you have to follow carefully. So in the table, you just try to practice. If you are having any doubt when you come to the offline, or if you are not still understanding, you try to take a snapshot of that and try to just work out the problems by just indicating that the particular table value you are taking in the table by some red pen or some sketch, and then I can say whether you have taken the correct value. We are sincere enough by practicing the problems at home also. So don't depend 100% on us. You have to practice, because we'll be covering all the models, but we cannot go for all the 10 problems that are given by Jay. I am covering all the models, but if any problem or if any model I missed, you can just put it in the mail or the group, your particular whatever it is in the chart or in the group, your doubt, the basic doubt, how to take. So these are very important. So upper deviation table is that for the shaft, and here is the lower deviation for the shaft. So he has covered all that. This is one way of taking the exact value or the direct value of that particular tolerance grade, So like that, according to the whole shaft pair, we can take the values from these tables. So these tables will be supplied to you, my dear friends. You don't have to worry. So according to that particular step size of the diameter, you try to directly go to that particular step size, and suppose it is here it is F7 like that. So this is for the hole. You can directly take 20 microns, or directly from the fundamentals, basic fundamentals, you can calculate that IT7. F7 means IT7 for the hole. IT7 from the hole, and he will be giving some values in the table. That I, after calculating the I, you substitute that value of I in 16I or 25I, 30I, according to the particular IT7 value which is given in the table. It is better you follow that one. This is only an alternate way for some of the students who try to work out for alternate methods. These tables are very important. That is the fundamental deviation tables, both the lower deviation and upper deviation tables, both for the holes and shafts. That's why I want to show this. Actually, I want to show this before the problems. I cannot get this. That's why again I'm repeating this particular part. Not repeating, actually, just going for fresh. So here, fundamental deviations. He has given some values. Already I told you how to take that for JS. JS IT by 2. You have to take that JS as it is small js or capital S. You have to take as IT by 2. But here you can see in the table that note 2, what he has taken JS7 to JS11. So what he has told, the IT value number n is an odd number. It is an odd number. This may be rounded to the even number immediately. So what he has told, he has only told yes plus or minus IT n by 2. So what is this? It is represented in microns or micrometers. So that's why this type of problems are not being asked. Suppose he asked a tough problem related to small js or capital Js, how you have to take the value he has told, plus or minus IT n by 2. And that if IT is an odd number, you have to round off to the nearest even number and then carry out the problem. Okay, so all these are very important. So yeah, the values k, m, n for the whole, capital K, capital M, and capital N. So these are the tolerance rates up to IT8, international tolerance rate 8, H8 or any other alphabet related to the holes. And deviations here from P to ZC. So you just try to see in the graphical presentation where the P to ZC fall. They will be representing from IT7 including, and you have to take the, okay, you don't try to remember this because this will not be asking. The third case is not asking much, but at least you try to remember how to take for capital JS uh, JS7 to JS11, that formula plus or minus IT n by 2. So that is very important, and you have to take that upper deviation for the whole, like the lower deviation he has given the table. So how to take directly as far as the table is concerned, but the previous procedure you have to follow when I just told you how to do the problems related to the first procedure, first method. The second method also can be followed, but if you are not taking the wrong value here in the table, then the whole problem will go wrong. And already I told you, if it is for the clearance fit, you will get transition fit, and if it is a transition fit, you will get the interference fit. The fit will change. So you have to take the appropriate value from the table. So appropriate value from the table according to the diameter step or according to the alphabet here represented from P to ZC. P to ZC will be the upper deviation for the pole, upper deviation from the pole. So that is very important. And he has given the values for this one, IT3 to IT8. He has given this delta, the increment. So you have to add this value to this value, minus 4 delta. Here it is 0, minus 8 plus delta. Here, according to the IT tolerance base, IT3 to IT8, that particular value you add to this particular minus 8 plus this one. Suppose it is IT7, you have to add 4 microns there to this minus 8 plus 4. So you have to be very careful while choosing the appropriate value or the correct value from the table and then do the problems. So that is very important. I'll stress upon you, you try to see these tables, you try to do the second method and try to compare the first method and the second method as per the bolt shaft wear while determining the type of fit. So already I told you the basic fundamental rule is if all the positive allowances as far as the first method is concerned or the second method, positive allowance, clearance fit, both the positive allowance and negative allowance, transition fit, only the negative allowance, interference fit. That you have to follow. That is the basic fundamentals you have to say. These are the references of that particular theory where he has taken the bibliography of the references. So yeah, it is a very important thing because you may be thinking that not only a student or a faculty, basically this particular theory is very important for the industry people, the practical people, where how to take the basic, suppose table 4 is there. I remember the table 5 because I'll concentrate more on the table 5 after table 4. So here basic sizes he has given up to 500 mm. Here he has given basic sizes from 500 mm to, you just try to see and then try to see. It's not much to discuss, but only you see this left hand side table. It's very important for the theory here. So what diameter steps he has to take is clearly given. So suppose 25 mm is there, what diameter steps he has to take between 18 to 30. 18 is D minimum, 30 is D maximum, and D is equal to root of D minimum into D maximum, or D1 into D2. D1 is D minimum and D2 is D maximum. That calculation is very important. Dear friends, you just try to see that. And the table 5 numerical values he has given the standard tolerances from IT0 and IT01, not from IT1 to 16. So maybe whatever he gives, we don't know, but you just try to represent the table is representing the basic size above and up to including. So just try to see in which basic step is the particular value is following, whether it's 25 or 40, and then choose the appropriate the value from the tables related to shafts and holes for the sizes up to 500 mm only for the theory. And don't, if you are writing this formula incorrect, then the whole problem will go wrong. I is equal to 0.5 cube root of D. Some only go for 0.4, but in the basic formula it is 0.45 cube root of D plus 0.01 D. We have used this formula in the problems we have done earlier. So this is very important. And this table 6 is the formula for standard tolerances from IT001 and from IT1 to basic sizes. So he has given this, actually you have to take this exact formula for IT0 and IT01 up to, suppose IT0 is there. You have to take one of the values as 0.5 plus 0.0 plus 0.012. This is 12 microns. Actually, 0.012 is known as 12 microns. 12 by 1000. D, capital D, already I have calculated. D is equal to root of D1, D2. You have to substitute here and try to take the appropriate value for IT0. And again, IT01, you have to substitute the value of capital D and try to take the appropriate value for IT01. And substitute the value of capital D and try to take the correct value for IT1. So these are the formulas for standard tolerances. They will be given, but this is rare case, this one, because we are only taking from IT6 to 16. This is the rare case which you have to remember by heart. These tables won't be given in competitive exams like GATE or any other RRB or any other thing, SSC. You have to remember these three values directly by heart. So how we have taken, I want to tell this also. We have already discussed the Reynolds series also, but how to calculate that IT10. Suppose I have forgotten my value of IT20. Suppose I just want to just give you that basic value. So IT15 into 10. So what he has told here in this particular thing is, so it should be noted that from IT6 upwards, after IT6, what we have to take, the standard tolerances are multiplied by factor of 10 at each fifth step. At each fifth step, you have to multiply by a factor of 10. Suppose IT20, IT15, this is the fifth step, 5, 10, 15. So IT15 into 10. But what is the value of IT15 from the table? It is 640i. I will show you the table below if it is given, or see in the textbook, 640i. So 640i into 10. So my value of IT20 will be equal to 6400i. That's how. So here you just try to note this particular rule will be applied except for IT6. Except for IT6 in the basic range from 3 to 16 mm. Only 3 to 6 mm. Only 3 to 6 mm basic sizes it is applicable, this formula. So don't apply this formula for everything. Just like we just commonly say మన మంత్రాలు అన్ని ఫంక్షన్స్కి ఒకలా చదవమని. అలాగే ఇది కూడా ఈ 3 to 6కే ఉంటాయి. 3 to 6కే ఉంటాయి.
వాట్ ఎన్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. మన మంత్రాలు అన్ని ఫంక్షన్స్ ఒకలాగే చదవం.
Oh, hey, don't comment. If you are offline, you'll be banged. I just told you because your people are just whiling away the time, not even putting your both hands and praying to God to divide of this coronavirus. You are enjoying a lot. Okay. We can give in Sanskrit words also, but your people are nowadays more in the colloquial language, slang language you use. You have seen in the corridors or in the classes. So don't try to repeat my words. మీరు ఇంకా చాలా ఎదగాలమ్మా. ఓకే, యూ జస్ట్ ట్రై టు సీ దిస్. నేను అంటున్నాను మన పర్టికులర్ థియరీకి అప్ టు 500 mm కరెక్ట్. IT6 అనుకోండి, మన IT6 నుంచి IT16I వరకే తీసుకుంటున్నాం అనుకోండి. సో యూ విల్ బి గివింగ్ 10I, IT 10, 16, 60% increment. 10I 16. Hello. So don't try to disturb. I know some of the people we have encountered in first semester who are the troublemakers. I asked in the lab also. So don't think we cannot identify because we don't have a co-host. You can wag your tail as you like. Okay. So 10I to 16. It is basically or up to 18, IT 18 because it is IT6 to 18. Is an incremental of 60%. These are the things which is giving mostly in the theory, but already I told you for practical purpose above 500 mm to 3150 mm, the capital I will come. Same formula, but capital I has to use. But what is, different formula, but for I it is 0.5 cube root of t plus 0.0001t. But for the capital I, you have to take this particular formula. A formula capital I above 500 mm to 3150 mm ఎందుకమ్మా, అది మీకు అంతకుముందు క్లాస్లో చెప్పలేదు. క్యాపిటల్ I is equal to 4 microns of D plus 2.1 mm. Not here is given but I made a mistake. 2.1 mm. You have to take this formula for sizes above 500 to 3150 mm. 4 microns of D. D already have calculated root of D minimum D max for sizes for basic sizes from above 500 mm to 3150. I want to tell you this because if, not only the academics, the degree and everything, it is giving other values above 500 mm, how to tackle the problem. Same procedure, but the formula will change for capital I. So he has given the table 8 also. You just try to see the table 8 also, and you have to see that some people are connecting to audio. Who is Ravi? 334 lateral entry. Some people are simply want to disturb the class. Already I told you how to calculate that for sizes up above IT 18. Already I told you the factor you have to take as 10, and you have to take that. You have to multiply that factor with IT 15. This already we have discussed. So all these tables are very important. All these tables are important to practice how to take the appropriate value, the correct value from the tables, as well as the fundamental deviations for poles and shafts. So if we want to continue, I will continue after the third unit this particular slide, and from Monday onwards, if Monday Chandrarao Garu will take the unit 2 related to the linear and angular measurements. Linear and angular measurements related to unit 2. So we have completed this chapter. You have to put your hard work on your side, and if you are having the basic doubts regarding any theory or problems, you can interact in the via mail or in the chat. You have my mobile number, your CR, both the CRs. You can interact in the private chat also. We are feeling shy in the group. If you feel shy, you cannot learn anything. my dear friends, and we'll end this particular chapter of this unit. And if it's required, I remember how many slides I have completed. After finishing of the unit 2 or unit 3, again, if I take the unit 4, I will just before the first internal, one class will complete this. So actually, most of the things are completed, but you may be confused if I take the values above 500 mm up to 3150. So I will leave, and thank you for patient hearing. Some of the particular examples we give, basic examples, are not to hurt anybody. Some people are trying to again repeat the words. Don't do like that. అది కొన్ని సాంస్క్రిట్ వర్డ్స్ వాడితే మీకు అసలు అర్థం కావు, because we are knowing the, already I told you, only English and Telugu, and we try to speak mostly in Telugu so that you cannot improve your communication skills. Try to improve by really talking, whether it's wrong in English, some may correct you, or only if you practice only, you know the corrections. But some don't try to apply the mind. Okay, thank you. Thank you for patient hearing. I'll stop here.